Fran with CraftyLifeMom.com. I'm back with another DIY tutorial today, again using items all from the Dollar Tree, and this is another fall decor item, but you can put this one outside your home, outside your front door, in the yard, or up close to your front porch. It is actually an item that's inspired by a Hobby Lobby version of it, but I kind of saw this from another crafter and decided to make one for myself and just decided to go ahead and share it with you guys. So I can't take credit for the idea on this one. I totally got it from another person, and it is totally inspired by a Hobby Lobby version. I actually like this one better. It took $5 to make, and that's not why I like it. I like it because it's wooden. The Hobby Lobby version is actually a metal version, and it might be slightly bigger, but I actually like the wooden version for some reason better for all the things fall. I believe the Hobby Lobby version is like $25 or $30, and even with like a 40% or 30% off coupon, you can get that one fairly cheap and inexpensive. I'm just not going to Hobby Lobby anytime soon, and I thought it was super cute, wanted it for my front door, and I made one. And $5, it's totally worth it. So here is the sign. It's actually a 3-tiered stacked pumpkin, and it even has the yardstick point on it so that you can easily stick it into the ground right outside your front door. I did use 3 pumpkins, all from the Dollar Tree, and I just made sure that I got 3 sizes that tiered up, and I will show you in just a minute exactly which pumpkins I got so that you can get the same. And then I also bought the yardstick, and it had 3 plaques like this on it, which I just kind of took off the stick, threw 2 to the side, picked the one that I wanted to put on this big pumpkin, and then I used that famous metal words that you've been seeing in the projects that we've done lately, and put that on as my welcome for this project. So the leaves I had lying around, and this leaf and the green leaf, as you know, came with the pumpkins already. So I spent total $5 on this, getting the 3 pumpkins at $1 each, the yard sign, and 1 word. If you don't have the pack, it's a pack of 3 for $1. So that's $5 if you don't have that already. If you do from the previous project, then you're good to go, and it's even cheaper. All you need is a little bit of craft paint and a little bit of patience for it to dry, and then you can staple gun it back together and make this cute little sign for your front door. So, oh, and then at the very top, I rolled up a piece of brown felt that I had lying around. It was a scrap piece of felt, and made that little stem. Since this pumpkin, when I show it to you which one you need to buy, it doesn't have a stem on it, so you will need to create your own. So I'm going to flip it over to show you how I used the back of that big orange and white glittered pumpkin. It's pretty cute, and I wouldn't mind displaying it like this in my home, but I just kind of like that more rustic, that painted, muted tones better. And so I used the back of this pumpkin, the famous pumpkin that you've seen in our last few DIYs, and then I have the smaller version, which I will show you in the next clip on what that pumpkin looks like before it's actually painted. So here's the yard sign. I hope you guys get crafty and decide to make this. If you do, then don't forget to share it with me and tag me. So let's get started, and I'll show you how you can make it. Okay guys, so I'm back. I decided to flip the camera around and go through the 4 main things that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's actually 5 things, so it's $5 project. As long as you have some craft paints lying around, you can make this project from the Dollar Tree. It is inspired by a Hobby Lobby version that is roughly between $25 and $35. I'm not exactly sure on the price, so I will link that down below and let you see where the inspiration came from for this project. So back to what you're going to be needing from the Dollar Tree. I got this $1, obviously, yard sign that came with these 3 little plaques on it, and I just kind of broke them off. And the top 2, there's glitter on the first one. I'm not going to be using these. This one's a little too short for me, and the glitter one I'm not going to be using because I'm going to be doing my own variation. But the one that says patch, I am going to be using because I'm going to be painting over it, and I'm going to be using this for the bottom base pumpkin. And the word that I'm going to be putting on here is the word actually welcome, which is going to be using the metal words from that 3-pack of metal words that you can get. If you saw my other videos, you saw where you could get this 3-pack of metal letters. So if you didn't use the welcome word, it fits really nicely on here. You might have to like kind of tilt it maybe a little bit to get it to fit. But I'm going to be painting this, and then I'm going to be putting the word welcome on here. So there's another use for one of those metal words if you got those from earlier. So then for the 3 pumpkins, I'm using this pumpkin. This is the biggest pumpkin. It will be on the bottom, and it does have that glitter on it, but I'm not going to be using this side. I'm going to actually flip it over and paint this side because I could like wash this off or do something, but it's still gonna, if I paint this side, it's still gonna be seeing through my paint. So just to avoid that, I'm just gonna be using the back. Because these pumpkins are going to be stacked, it doesn't really matter. And this famous pumpkin that you guys have seen before, I'm using another one of these, and I'm just going to be painting the surface because it's a flat surface. And when I reattach it to the stick, I'm going to be putting it down on that bottom pumpkin, kind of like that. And then moving on up to the top of the pumpkin, I got this pumpkin, which came inside an orange glittered pumpkin, so it kind of like swiveled in the pumpkin outline. I removed it from that, and I'm just going to be painting it because it has this nice rounded edge piece, and I'm going to be placing that on top of this pumpkin once it's painted, and I'll be creating my own stem out of a piece of felt, which I will show you a little bit later. So all you're going to need after you buy those 5 things from the Dollar Tree, so you have the yard sign, the 3 pumpkins, and the metal words, it's $5. After you buy those things, the only other things that you're going to need or hopefully will have lying around your home is some craft paint. And I'm just kind of mix these two together to get the desired color I want. I have an antique white and orange. So I'm going to have an orange pumpkin, a white pumpkin, and then some color cross between these two that's like a really light color. I don't know if you know, but the trend this year for fall is to have a little bit of green in with your pumpkin fall decor, like the oranges and the reds. They're popping in a little bit of green in the trends this year. So we're going to create a pumpkin that reflects that. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on painting the pumpkins, and I'll come back and show you where I'm at once they are all painted. Okay, I'm back. I've painted my pumpkins. They're still drying, but I just wanted to show you the 3 colors I did. I did the small one on top white. I made this sea foamy kind of green out of a couple paint greens that I had lying around. And then I did my bigger bottom pumpkin, this like kind of muted orange. And you can kind of see, I'm trying to show in the camera, where my brush strokes kind of go, and I use this really fat brush. On this one, I didn't want it like super bright orange. I kind of wanted the strokes to go with how the pumpkin is, to kind of give it that, I don't know, rustic look. And I'm going to show you how I made my paint. So I have my plate here, and I had that bright orange, and then I put a little bit of antique white in it, and I just kind of smear it around until I get the color that I wanted, and it's almost like a sherbety color. And I don't completely mix it, like there's still white in there, so that when I brush it onto my pumpkin, I'm going in this like motion of how the pumpkin naturally curves and letting some of that white just kind of come out and show. And I just think that that actually helps the look of this pumpkin by doing it that way. I'll try and do a little bit more just to show you. So like the brush still has like a little bit of that white in it, and as I do like this circular motion, it kind of just, you know, goes with the pumpkin. And then I'm just kind of patting down at the bottom to kind of blend that in, and on the outer edge too. So I pretty much have my second coat almost on this whole pumpkin, and you can see it's like not too full heavy coats. It's just, you know, brush stroking type of a coat. I'm not even a painter, so like I don't even know what the techniques are. It's just something that I thought I'd try out and see like what I could get with a pumpkin. And then I'm not even worried about the top of this because this is going to be covered, remember, by the second pumpkin. So it's good because it kind of gives me a little bit of a handle. Once this pumpkin is dry, a little bit dry. I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I'm going to go back in with the bright orange and probably put a little bit of brown with it and kind of make a few highlight marks to the natural curvature of the pumpkin. I'm going to do it on the orange. I'm also going to be doing it on the green one and maybe even a little bit on the white. And once that's done and dry, I'll come back and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Hey guys, so once all of your pumpkin slices are dry, the only thing that you have left to do is to actually assemble them onto the yardstick. And I did this by using a staple gun and just simply staple gunned it from the back to the front. I did have a couple of staples that were kind of long, like kind of stuck out through the front, and I just folded them down. You can't really see them, so it's not a big deal if that happens to you. Don't freak out after you've done all this work. It's totally fine. Just take like a butter knife or something and kind of flatten the staples down so that they're not sticking out or going to poke anybody if they happen to walk by. And that's pretty much it. All you need to do is stick it outside your front yard and show off all your hard work and have fun for decorating for fall. The other thing that I wanted to share with you today is that I have on my blog a bunch of printables, SVG files, and all the crafty things that I share with all other makers out there. And if you join the email list, which is completely free, you get access to every single project, every single file, SVG file, every printable that I have ever made right at your fingertips. And you can pick and choose which ones you want, and they're right there all the time for you. You don't even have to save them to your computer. You can go in, you get lifetime access to it, and it's all completely free. My favorite thing, the first thing I ever created, was a craft project planner. So basically it's a little worksheet that you can list out the materials you're going to need, what the project is, the materials that you already have, and then the things that you still need to get. I use this sheet all the time for all the projects that I'm going to be doing or that I want to do, and I also do it especially for the ones that I'm going to share with you guys, just so I can keep a little bit better track, because life is busy and there's always a project to be done, and this kind of keeps it organized for me so that when I'm ready to create, I know what I need to do or I know what I need to get. And every single Monday, I have this Maker Monday series where I email all my crafting friends. So it gives you something to look forward to on Mondays for the Maker Monday email, where I list out all of the week's prior projects so you can get that information directly to your inbox if you don't always see me here or if you're not always on the blog. And I also give that list, and it's all for free, all of the crafting deals and all of the crafting sales that are happening at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Walmart, anywhere you buy vinyl for your Cricut or Silhouette machine. I give that all to you if you are on that email list, and it is free to sign up to get that. There is always a sale happening. There is always a deal to be had, and it makes crafting that much more fun. So if you want to join that email list and see me on Maker Mondays, then all you need to do is click the link below. It will take you right to the sign up page to where you can get on that list. And until then, I will see you on Monday in your inbox or next time. Bye.